I think it works. Yeah, thanks, Miguel. Okay. Okay, we are now live. Alrighty. Okay. So, power bank. Okay.
Alright,
Okay.
just follow the game.
You just follow the game. Okay, welcome to game one of the series on August 3rd in Ottawa between the Ottawa Black Bears and the Boston Forge, starting just a tiny bit late with our head ref, Laura Rollins. Game starts. Immediately Boston's going to get control of the quad ball, and they're also going to start with dodgeball control. 22 coming across. Sending it down to the keeper, down low. Three passes it back high and beat before. Sends in, nice block, Tessier, and the Black Bears stop to keep it up. They are running into two dodgeballs though. Okay, apologies for the delay in streaming. We were having some internet connection difficulties, but we are back. The score is now 4-1 for the Forge. And Boston is now coming up with control on offense with the quad ball. That is up to Ian Skura now. Over to 4, the keeper, in through the hoop, just as easy as that. Havlin and Chu out, showing why they are so dominant against this against this Ottawa beater core. Max Geiler coming up now. Alex Ravoche makes a good block, but is not able to gain control out of it. Coming up with Lexa Nakanishi. Geiler tries to come through, misses the shot as he's tackled, and control now to the Forge. They take it to the keeper. Miramoto over to Skura. Back over. Sends it down low, number 36. Chaser for Boston. Sends it through. Just like that. It is 6-1 for the Forge. Geiler coming down now. Over to Ugo Duwadike. And that is through. Score is now 6-2 for Boston, but they are coming down the other way. Miramoto over to Skura. Skura puts it in, and they are back to a 5-point difference in favor of the Boston Forge. Duwadike now being held up, stolen, but not quite taken out. Duwadike still coming with no support from the beaters, but turned immediately to Skura. Sends it down, Miramoto 4 with another goal, making it 8-2 Boston. Morimoto, I've been saying Miramoto. I've been getting that one. Patel now, coming down the wing. Sends it over to Fleck. Fleck is immediately wrapped up. That was by number 24, Sierra Dell. Now Morimoto coming back through, carrying up. As Naftel gets beat, there is a no bludger situation against, and Morimoto scores again from Skura. This has been a clinic from the Boston Beaters so far. As once again, Boston is left without dodgeball control. Patel asked to continue moving forward and is stripped. That is Andrew Steinberg with the strip and the score on Sameh Patel. As Ottawa's Beaters are just not able to clear up space before the halfway line for their quadball players. Alex Naftel now coming into the game as Gwen Naftel carries over half. Watched by Andrew Steinberg. Along with Aaron McCready. It's back over top to Naftel now, protected by sibling Emily Naftel. Gwen Naftel tries to set a pick. The shot is missed, and that is cleaned up handily by Dylan. It now goes around, and then Nikolaya over through to Steinberg, and that's a gorgeous volley of a pass and shot. The score now 11-2. Quadball in the hands of Alex Naftel. Dodgeball in the hands of Zach Reichen now. As Reichen and Naftel try to do something to get control back. They do manage to successfully make a beat on that back Boston beater, number 52. Demuth. But the stun goal is no good. And Boston is able again to carry it back downfield. This time, Dylan sending it over to Magner. Samantha Magner. At the back to Steinberg. Back to Dylan. Tries to see the shot. Is blocked. Nikolaya is not able to get the shot through Alex Naftel. Former teammates managing to connect up, but not in the way Nikolaya, I think, was hoping for. Naftel again coming down with Miranda Naftel, Gwen Naftel, Sean Barrow. Sorry, not Gwen Naftel. Miranda Naftel and Emily Naftel as Sean Barrows comes into the play at beater. Ball sent down to Aya Tessier. Back to Naftel, but drops the pass. Miranda Naftel does have it between her legs, but it's collected up by Nikolaya, who comes down, and they have again control with Demuth and McCready as it's sent over to Steinberg. Steinberg loses control of the broom, and that's going to turn over control back to Alex Naftel. Tessier now under some pressure from Nikolaya and McCready. As Meg Howden comes into the play, Alex Fleck now up with Alex Naftel, one of the many Alexes to play for this Black Bears team. Alex Naftel is beat, however. Steinberg is able to absolutely rip down pitch and score another. It is now 13-2, I believe. Nope, 12-2. My mistake. Naftel coming up again with Barrows and Howden. Watched by Steinberg, very high. Collier now in with McCready, still with dodgeball control. Barrows now beat out by Collier as Naftel attempts to make an attack on hoop, and it does not succeed. Steinberg comes ripping right back, and it's through. Now 13-2 for Boston. That is an absolutely dominant shift for Andrew Steinberg as he makes a very well-earned substitution off. There's a timeout for the Ottawa Black Bears now with the score 13-2. So far, it's been roughly as expected. A pretty dominant performance by Boston, with holding dodgeball control virtually the entirety of this game so far. Ottawa has managed to get a couple points up on the board, but it's just not been enough to keep up at all with the Forge so far. And I think as long as the Forge are able to hold on to dodgeball control, it's unlikely that this particular pattern of events is going to change all too much.
On the volume button.
That's fine. All right, we are ready to get back going after the Ottawa timeout. And let's see how the Black Bear strategy changes up as we move into this next period of play. Game time is 14 minutes and 30 seconds, according to our head ref, Laura Rollins. That's going to be Alex Naftel picking up ball behind his own hoops. Sean Barros and Meg Howden at beater with one dodgeball currently. Wholesale changes for Boston. Kieran Collier is out with Leanne Dillman at beater. They have control, watching watching Ottawa come up pitch. Keeper Eli Fighter, number 23, now watching Wadike. The beat is made by Meg Howden, but does not result in a change of control. Wadike attempts a shot, but it is blocked, and it is now number 71, Jordan Smiley, coming up pitch. Sends it over to the left. Carson Olazaba out of the back. Olazaba again surveys his options, tries to make an attack, is tackled hard by Alex Naftel, and Wadike is beat out by Kieran Collier. That allows Fighter to come back into the play and get back control. Protected by Dillman now. Sends it up high. Now low from Smiley. It's Olazaba coming through, is stuffed by Alex Naftel. Basically all of the hoops are in complete disarray as Tessier drops on that ball, and Alex Naftel is able to pick up control, and that's going to be a lot of work for the goal ref to try to put back together. Hopefully for their sake, this Black Bears offense is fairly slow. 15 minutes of game time have elapsed, as according to our flag ref, Mark Everard, as Aya Tessier comes down pitch. Well, Alex Ravoche is beat out, though, and Tessier makes a throw to Miranda Naftel well after being beat. That's going to be picked up by Fighter and brought back down pitch. Score is still 13-2. They make their way over half. Kieran Collier far ahead of the play, trying to make something happen, and that is a goal. I can't even tell if that was Fighter on his own or if that was tipped in by Olazaba. Either way, a gorgeous goal. And it is now 14-2 as Max Schuyler brings the ball up to half. Now down, Geiler through, led by Nakanishi and Ravoche. One dodgeball still, and watched by Collier, who forces a play down low. Gwen Naftel, though, trying to make a play at hoops, but that is a great tackle by Boston's Jordan Smiley. The play is just kind of hanging out dead there. Big tackle on Alex Ravoche by Kieran Collier is cleaned up by Leanne Dillman, who's now going to come back and clean up Gwen Naftel and give control back to Boston for the quad ball. Smiley now carries it up to half, led by Dillman and Collier. Ottawa staying in their 2-2 zone defense. It's sent down to Athena Mayer. Low to Olazaba. The hoop is down. That does not matter to Eli Fighter, though. He's going to score regardless. But Ottawa, I think, for one of the first times this game, if not the first time this game, is able to gain control. And Ravosh and Nakanishi are immediately going to hand that control to Emily Naftel and Zach Reichen, who are going to come up and play over by Max Schuyler carrying ball down pitch. We're going to see what Ottawa can do with that. Goes for the 1.5 and immediately wraps up Leanne Dillman. Max Schuyler, through a huge tackle from Eli Fighter, manages to score from his knees, and the score is now 15-3. Zach Reichen is still deep upfield and is finally beat out by Leanne Dillman. Pretty effective 1.5. We'll see if Boston is a little more ready for it the next time around. Skura now. Down the wing. Back to Maramoto. Up top to Skura as Havlin gains control of the ball. Barasa misses the interception and it's back to Maramoto. Again, high up to Skura. They're just using the entire offensive side of the pitch here to just throw lob passes to each other. And that's a goal from Skura as the right hoop was beat wide open. Havlin and Shu managed to come back with dodgeball control. Adam Bleakley now in the game for, I believe, the first time. Passes it off to Gwen Naftel, who's met up high and tackled by Danio. And ball comes back down more. Back to Danio. And that's a good goal for Tabitha Danio. Score now 17-3 as Sammy Patel brings it up. 19 minutes. There's 1 minute remaining in the quad ball period before the floor. Sammy Patel does a good job to get the ball out of his hands before Lulu Shu comes up to beat him, but Blakely is not going to be able to make it anywhere with that. Is beat out, and Skura is going to take it back down pitch. Is met by Patel and Naftel, so he's going to have to slow down here. Down to Dino, and that's going to be a turnover. Mormont is just not able to collect that ground pass. Sammy Patel, less than 10 seconds left in the game, before the flag runner floor. Max Havlin absolutely cleaning up shop and is able to easily beat out Sammy Patel after completely running Zach Reichen and Emily Naftel's show, and that's going to take us to the 20-minute mark and our extended break before the flag period. So after this timeout, the set score is going to be 2-30. Boston will be 6 goals away, or 3 goals and a catch away from winning this game. Ottawa's going to need an absolutely mountainous 20 points. That is the equivalent of 200 points, the equivalent of 20 goals in order to make it through to the end of this. That is head referee Laura Rollins letting us know that due to the high heat of the day, it's pretty hot and very, very humid here, nearly 100% humidity here in Ottawa. Due to the We are getting an extra minute of stoppage time in between the 20-minute flag runner floor and beginning of the period.
I can finish the game, like if I need to finish the game for like equity reasons, I can. I just can't.
Yeah, if you can finish this game, that's perfect.
I can finish the game.
For some reason.
Yeah, there's a little bit of wind coming up now. Okay, players are returning to their balloons for the beginning of flag runner period between Boston and Ottawa. This is game 1. Boston up 170-30 with a set score of 230. We've got Alex Ravoche in at seeker for the Ottawa Black Bears and in at seeker for the Boston Forge. 1 second, I will find them on here. Is Adelua Ojo, I think? Or Adelua Ojo. I apologize if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, but the last name is Ojo. Quadball is going to start in the hands of Jordan Smiley. No, sorry, that's not Jordan Smiley. My bad. That's 71, that's 77. That is Samantha Magner. It's sent down and scored. I believe that's Andrew Steinberg once again coming down to make Ottawa's life horrible. Ottawa beaters protecting flag runner here as Ravoche is given some time. Barras is going to take it over half for the Black Bears, protected by Barrows and watched by Steinberg. That is a beater battle between Barrows as it comes back. Steinberg now down through to Magner, makes that look easy. And Naftel carries the ball back up. Andrews trying to protect Seeker now just for a second. Barassa's pass is blocked, but that is turned over. Or no, it's not turned over. So Miranda Naftel is tied up by Anna Nikolaya. That's going to be taken down and turned over by Andrew Steinberg. As a catch is made by Boston's Ojo. And I think that's going to bring our score up to 220-30 if that catch is good. which is good. And that puts Boston just 1 goal away from taking this first game against the Ottawa Black Bears. And they already have control of the quad ball now in the hands of Andrew Steinberg, who has been putting on a clinic here. And that is going to be no goal. Sean Barros managed to get the beat off before the shot was made, but Naftal is absolutely swarmed right now. Not a single teammate around. Berg is coming up, and that's going to be a goal and through. And that's going to be the final score, 235-230 for the Boston Forge in Game 1 against the Ottawa Black Bears. Come back in around 15, 20 minutes, around, just before around 3 o'clock, Game 2. Okay, we are back with our August 3rd series between the Boston Forge and Ottawa Black Bears here in Ottawa. Ottawa's doing their cheer again. And Zach Wright leading the cheer for Ottawa, because myself, usually I'm not there to lead them. They didn't quite get it, but that's all right. Laura Rollins is going to start us off for this game 2. And the teams are swapping sides. Yeah, it's still you. And John. Yeah. A slight delay as the teams forgot to switch benches. So after a pretty rough outing for the Black Bears in game 1, losing 235-30, we're going to see if they can't try and make a slightly stronger showing for game 2. That's gonna have to start with them finding a way to get dodgeball control more consistently than they did in game 1. They very nearly didn't have dodgeball control for the entirety of game 1. It's going to be pretty imperative that they find a way to hold their own against the Boston Beaters better if they're going to be able to make any sort of headway or improvement for game 2. Teams are lining up now. Boston will have Max Havlin and Kieran Collier in at beater, along with Athena Mayer, Eli Fighter, that's Jordan Smiley, but I can't quite tell the number. And that looks like Ojo. No. It's Richardson and at Chaser. In Ottawa, it'll be Alex Naftel in at keeper, Zach Reichen, Emily Naftel in at beater, Alex Fleck, Ugo Nwadike, and Aya Tessier. Nwadike loses the battle to Richardson, who immediately comes in and scores. That is a quick 10-0 for Will Richardson. And Kieran Collier also subs off quick for Lulu Shu, as immediately Max Havlin and Lulu Shu have control for the Boston Forge. This is Alex Naftel carrying it up, guarded by Zach Reichen as M. Naftel comes up behind. Reichen's going to threaten some beats on Max Havlin, but misses the beat. However, the goal goes through for Ugo Nwadike as the beaters are caught distracted by Zach Reichen. But Eli Fighter now coming up against no beaters. Aya Tessie is going to come to meet Athena Mayer and is going to tie her up enough that Nwadike can get control of the quad ball, but loses it. Naftel under pressure for Max Havlin, just has to ditch it down pitch in order to make sure he doesn't get scored on. M. Naftel now coming in, attempts a beat on Max Havlin and absolutely gets blocked. That's going to lead to an extended period of time where they don't have any dodgeballs back. Eli Fighter's going to come in, set it down to Olazaba, who's going to come in right through Aya Tessier. And it's a quick 2-1 for the Boston Forge. Alex Naftel now coming down, once again guarded by Emily Naftel, this time with Sean Barrows in to help. Aya Tessier to his left, Alex Fleck to his right. Coming down slow, being watched by Max Havlin. Athena Mayer and Eli Fighter. Flex going to come down and attempt a... Oh. Wadike just hesitates a little too much, gives himself enough time to be beat by Shu. As Olazaba comes down, sends it down to Athena Mayer, who scores, making it look easy. Sean Barros makes a great catch, though, and that is going to prevent a disaster from occurring for the Black Bears immediately, as they do at least hold on to one dodgeball. They are going to have to try and get two if they want to make this any easier on themselves. Barassa now coming downside as Sean Barros manages to make a beat, but it does not turn over possession. Athena Mayer intercepts the pass. The long beat misses from Naftel, and Athena Mayer manages to score off the nice pick by Eli Fighter. And now, once again, the Black Bears are going to have to regroup and set up a play. Barros and Naftel again coming up, protecting Alex Naftel. Naftel being advised to advance the play as Sean Barros clears a little bit of space. Miranda Naftel now gets seen behind the hoops but doesn't quite make the goal. Antoine Barassa picks up the ball but was beat before the play by looks like it would have been Max Havland making that beat. Boston bench calling out that Ottawa has no dodgeballs back. It's true.
After beat turnover.
Play after beat turnover is the call. Eli Fighter is going to come right down. Is going to run right into Alex Naftel and is going to shoot right over top of him. Score now 5-1 for the Boston Forge. Barros and Naftel managing to at least retrieve a ball, but not in time. Alex Naftel manages to make a shot off, sends it down to Barassa, who's still clear. The beats are missing, and he just charges right through the entire Boston defense. 5-2, Antoine Barassa deciding if he is going to be given that much space and the Beavers are going to miss their shots, he's going to make them pay. Eli Fighter now coming right down. Olazaba, and just like that, Boston's taking their 4-goal lead back. Olazaba now. Howden trying to protect control from Lulushu, but isn't able to. Barros manages to get ball back as Ottawa just decides to ditch the ball instead of getting scored on the counterattack. Olazaba now coming up. Sends to Morimoto, the keeper. It is McCready now in at beater for the Boston Forge, along with number 64, Will Andrews. Ball gets sent back up to Morimoto and over to Skura. Down deep to Sierra Delk, who gets the pass. The pass is not received cleanly though, and Max Geiler is able to retrieve. There are no dodgeballs on the ground though. Max Geiler sees open space. A huge hit by Boston's number Tabitha Danio, taking down Max Geiler. Absolute seismic hit, but unfortunately Delk is beat before they're able to corral a pass. A tremendous hit by Tabitha Daniel on Max Geiler to stop that offense with no dodgeballs back. Ravoche and Howden now coming up protecting Max Geiler. They are going to try to isolate Andrews. Wadike can't handle the pass. The turnover is made, and Morimoto's immediately going to come in. Over to Skura. Gorgeous pass, gorgeous goal. Score's now 7-2. Geiler moving up, comes up with Nwadike. Has Ravosh and Nakanishi with him. As Patel now comes in, along with Fleck and Tessier. Being watched by Morimoto is Nwadike. Nakanishi's going to try and make something happen against Aaron McCready here. And Patel, pressured by the beater, and is going to turn it right over to Sierra Del. Now Morimoto's going to come up, rushing against no beaters, and it is Ian Skura who just barely manages to squeak that past Tessier to make it 8-2, or possibly 9-2. 8-2. Pass out now. Nwadike manages to block the beat. Did not get the goal through, but the pass is over to Tessier, who just skies it. But oh, Nwadike is down and doesn't look like he's getting up. We're going to take a stop. We're going to take an injury stoppage. Okay, we are resuming play. Nwadike has been helped off the pitch and been replaced with Antoine Barassa. Ball in the hands now of Morimoto. Being protected by Williams. Coming down the right side of the pitch. Now McCready coming with him. Sends it over to Skura, who's being watched by Barassa. Back up to Skura. Down to Delk, who gets beat by Vosh before Patel's able to pick it up, but it's stripped by Janio. Goes immediately to Morimoto. And that is going to be a timeout called by the Ottawa Black Bears as they are now down 9-2. That was a great strip by Janio to get Morimoto the ball and make the difference 7 goals instead of 6. What's our time, Mark?
I'm going to ask.
She said her step back though. Can you go? Like, it's like, the whole big thing was before of us go together. But the parents did that. My mom, she texted me, well, ran over both of them. And Renee's
30 seconds left in the timeout.
What's the score for Renee wins again?
8:20 has elapsed.
20 Boston.
Yeah, 90-20, and the game time is 8 minutes 20 seconds.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
Okay. Game time is 8 minutes 20 seconds. Ottawa's timeout is finishing up now. The Ottawa players return to their brooms, and we'll start this play without dodgeball control. One dodgeball in the hands of with dodgeball control. Balls in the hands of Alex Ravoche and M. Naftal, and quad ball in the hands of Samay Patel, keeper for the Ottawa Black Bears. One of the rare instances in which they have dodgeball control coming up. We're going to see what they can do with that, coming up against a pair of Kieran Collier and Leanne Dillman. Patel coming up. Ravoche being bothered from behind by Collier. Dillman attempts a beat on Naftal but misses. Is now going to go, but the pass overhead goes too far for Gwen Naftal to pick it up. Hannah Nikolaya is going to come back. And Dillman and Collier are able to regain control from Naftal and Ravoche as Nikolaya sends it down. Coming back up to the high center. Down the left. Steinberg can't put it through the hoop. The hoop had down in the process of the goal being scored. Gwen Naftal coming over, but Steinberg manages to pick it up. And scores again. Patel now coming up. Gives it over to Barassa. Coming down now with Reichen and Naftal. Naftal receives the pass as he was trying to go in for a pick, and that's an awkward place to receive it. Steinberg comes down, but is being pressured by Naftal. Has some help from Nikolaya as Collier comes through. It gets sent down to Dylan, who sends it right through the middle hoop, and that's going to be an easy goal for Ethan Dillon. Gwen Naftal picks it up, sends it to her brother Alex, who's coming up again with Reichen and Emily Naftal. Matter of fact, we have a maximal number of Naftals on the pitch with Gwen, Miranda, Emily, and Alex all out there. As Gwen misses the pass, is shoved to the field by Anna Nikolaya. That's going to be an illegal contact penalty in all likelihood.
Hey, Chance. Could you just put that out? Yellow card. Sorry, that's okay. Number 18, first game, this guy.
Oh, never mind. Emily Naftel is going to be getting the call. Some of the fans aren't happy with the call, but Gwen Naftel is going to be apparently the one getting the card for an illegal dive. We're going to wait for an official call from the head ref here.
She was pushed.
The refs are still discussing here. In the last few possessions, Boston has absolutely taken control of this game again. Ottawa's been having a hard time just getting over their side of half, let alone creating an offense. Oh. Okay, the original call was overturned. It is in fact going to be a push from behind, illegal contact, yellow on number 59 for Boston, Anna Nicolaya. So Gwen Naftel is going to have control of the quad ball here, although she's kind of on an island, being guarded by Andrew Steinberg here. With Miranda Naftel nearby, but off broom, there's not going to be a lot of options but to try to send it in somewhere. Leanne Dillman cleans up the garbage, and it's now going to come down Ethan Dillon over to Andrew Steinberg through the hoop. Not even a problem, as he kind of just takes the whole hoop with him halfway to the halfway line. Alex Naftel now coming up with Zach Reichen and Emily Naftel. A beat is made on M. Naftel, but Kieran Collier misses the beat on Alex Naftel. Miranda Naftel sends it over. Gorgeous pass and goal. The alley-oop to Antoine Barrasso.
Zach, get the ball. It's out of bounds. Bring it closer.
Goal is called good. That is going to make it 13-3. A good pass from Miranda Naftel to set up the alley-oop for Antoine Barrasso. I'm really hoping someone will picture that because that looked quite pretty. Control is going to be in the hands of Leanne Dillman and Kieran Collier, as Andrew Steinberg is going to have the ball and carry it upfield. Zach Reichen is going to pass a dodgeball back to M. Naftel, who's going to catch a beat and then immediately beat out Kieran Collier as the shot is missed by Anna Nicolaya. And suddenly the Black Bears have control of the dodgeballs, and Nicolaya loses the battle with Aya Tessier, but Tessier is pushed over the line by Anna Nicolaya. Smart play by Nicolaya to get control of the quad ball, as Andrew Steinberg manages to pick up the botched pass. And despite all the chaos and despite the good beater play from Ottawa, they don't quite convert, as Naftel attempts a rush up pitch, but is forced into a bad shot by Lulu Shu, managing to come into the play fast. It was a nice attempt, but just doesn't quite convert. And now Fighter is coming up pitch with Smiley. Shu and Havlin with her. Back to Fighter. Down low. Back to Fighter. Good passing as they send it up to Smiley. Smiley sees the shot, takes the shot. Easy as. No problem for Jordan Smiley making that shot from the keeper line. Head ref stops the play to allow one of the ARs to get a ball. It is rolled far off pitch. Lulu, currently Boston with no beaters. Lulu's shoe is near a dodgeball on the ground. Control with Black Bears. Havlin and Naftel as Tessier takes it up pitch. They are being hassled here by Max Havlin. Tessier is coming up. Now to Geiler. Geiler being bothered down there by Fighter. Sends it back up to Tessier, who's got space. And scores through the open hoop. Riken is called safe on the beat attempt by Havlin. And so right now, Black Bears are going to hold on to control. As Fighter's going to come up and send it to Smiley. Zhu and Havlin trying again to get control back from this Ottawa pair of Riken and Naftel. Goes back to Richardson behind the hoops. He manages to juke out half the Ottawa defense, and that's going to be another score, 16-4 now. The score for the Boston Forge over the Ottawa Black Bears, and in the process, Shu and Havlin are able to regain dodgeball control as the Black Bears switch out their beaters. It's now Meg Howden coming up with Sean Barros as Max Geiler takes the quadball in. The beat attempt is missed by Meg Howden as they are beat out. Fleck can't quite get the pass in time to not be beat, as there are no dodgeballs back for the Black Bears, but they are managing to hassle enough with Max Geiler. Here comes Athena Mayer, though, coming down, sends it over to Fighter, and that is another goal. 17-4 now. Eli Fighter from Athena Mayer. Still no dodgeballs for the Black Bears, as Geiler has to attempt to pass to an unprepared Gwen Naftel. As Eli Fighter comes back down and scores again, as finally Howden and Barros are able to gain control of a dodgeball. Trying to hold their own against Max Havlin and Lulu Shu. As Geiler is coming down pitch. Naftel trying to set a screen. As Geiler sends it out, sends it to Miranda Naftel. He can't handle the pass. And Richardson's going to carry it. Richardson's going to run. There are no dodgeballs back again for the Black Bears. He's going to go around Barassa and make it look easy through that top middle hoop. 19-4 now the score for the Boston Forge. Barassa coming up now with Barros and Nakanishi in for Howden. Gwen Naftel with him. Samay Patel now in at keeper for Max Geiler. McCready makes a beat. A beat is made on Barassa by Demuth. As Morimoto now comes in. Control with Nakanishi and Barros. But McCready makes a good beat on Barros. That's going to get control back as the ball goes out to Sierra Delt, but is called beat before. I believe that is a beat by... That's a call beat before. Lex Nakanishi must have been able to make the beat before Delk was able to get that shot off. As Samay Patel is now directing play, sending Adam Bleakley down pitch. As Aya Tessier is now coming in. Ravoche coming in for Sean Barros as Nakanishi is still protecting Patel. Miranda Naftel still in deep. Tessier is trying to set a screen, but the beat is made before Patel attempts the pass. And Ojo, now in at Chaser, is going to have possession of the quad ball, protected by DeMuth, as they try to come back up pitch. Score is 19-4 for the Blackbears. Not for the Blackbears. My God, no, for the Boston Forge. As McCready makes a beat on Nakanishi, that's going to create a no-beer situation right away. Morimoto's got the ball, and that is an easy score on basically nobody for Morimoto, for Boston. Timeout called. Nope, timeout is not called by the Boston Forge. There's no call on that play. Patel carries it across again, now with Ravoche and Naftal at beater. Ravoche carrying ball. DeMuth pressures Tessier, retreats. Leakley, it's a long pass. He doesn't have enough time to both catch it and get out of the way of McCready, as Boston calls a timeout once they get possession of the ball in their own zone. I'll see what I can do after. Yeah, I know. Extended timeout as we are approaching the 20-minute mark in this game 2 between Boston and Ottawa. How much time do we have? What time is it?
It's like 18 to 19.
18 to 19 minutes? Okay.
I'm just walking over while I got the chance.
Yeah, fair enough. Game time is 18-21. Score is 200-40 for the Forge over the Blackbears. 18-21, right? Good pass. Ojo now carrying ball up with McCready. Riken and Naftal for the Blackbears have control of the dodgeballs here. Ojo's being watched by Bleakley here. And Naftal, as Delk now takes it. Delk back to Ojo. Sends it over to Morimoto, who's beat by Riken, but manages to get it down. The shot is stopped by Alex Naftal. They are managing to come back up pitch, though with control still. 19 minutes, 1 minute remaining in the flag runner floor. Naftal carrying it up now. Sends it to Tessier, who's blocked by Ojo. Morimoto's coming up now, but is slowed up by Barassa. Riken is fully tying up Aaron McCready behind the play here, but is finally cleaned up by DeMuth. Morimoto now coming down Naftel manages to take him out of the play as it comes back up to Ojo. Down to the right side. Back to Ojo. Barassa is beat out. Back again. The hoop is down. Well, that's going to be stopped by Alex Naftel as the shot by Daniel
Last possession.
is unsuccessful. Naftel now coming up pitch. Over to Tessier. Lots of plays being made by the Ottawa Beaters down through as Tessier moves right through Sierra Delk. And that is the end of 20 minutes. Aya Tessier does manage to make it 20-5 before the flag runner period. So our set score is going to be 260 after this break. Okay, we are getting ready to start the flag runner period here in game 2 between Ottawa and Boston. Score is currently 20 for Boston, 4 or 5 for Ottawa. I was under the impression it was 20-5, but the score table says 20-4. Our seekers coming in today for game 2. Oh yeah, 21 to 5. No? Okay. 20-5 is the score. Boston over Ottawa. Set score is 260. Looking at a little bit of confusion with the score table. It'll be Eli Fighter in at seeker for the 4 against Alex Ravoche for the Black Bears. Quadball is going to be in the hands of Andrew Steinberg as the Fords also have control. It's going to go up to Ethan Dillon, who's going to be forced to make a play around the hoops. Bobbled by Nicolea right at the hoop, but she manages to get control and put it through 210-50. Naftel up to Gwen Naftel. Sends it in low to not quite anybody. And Dillon is able to clean up possession Ravoche is going to have a lot of alone time here with ball, but there are no dodgeballs on the Ottawa side of half in their possession, as Steinberg is able to make an easy goal through the top hoop.
Get him, Ribby!
Ball goes back to Alex Naftel as Ravoche is beat out at seeker. Collier now making a beat on Naftel as Gwen Naftel loses her balance trying to make that catch. Nikolaya now coming up. Sends it deep to Steinberg. Being watched. And a catch. That is Richardson for Boston. Looking like there might be a catch. That is a good catch by Will Richardson for the Boston Forge. And that is going to make the score 255-50. Boston needs one goal to win it, and Nikolaya has it in the Ottawa zone. Being watched by Blakely. Going to turn around, send it up to Dylan. Protected by Collier. Dylan down to Magner. Magner sees Steinberg, and that's going to be a good goal. That is going to end. That is going to end this game 265-50 for the Boston Forge.
Good job, Black
Game
Bears.
2 now finished. One game remaining. Oh, no. Apologies. Game 3 is going to start at 4 o'clock, so in 15 to 20 minutes, give or take. Okay. And we're back for game 3 between the Ottawa Black Bears and the Boston Forge. The Boston Forge won the first 2 games of this 3-game series. 245-ish to 40, I want to say, and 265 to 50 was game 2.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And Toronto got swept.
Sorry?
Toronto got swept.
We're hearing Toronto Raiders have been swept by Minneapolis earlier today as well. Oh, there's a rogue dog on the pitch. So we are going to start game 3 shortly. Head referee Laurence is going to make the call here. Once again, starting for the Black Bears, Alex Naftel, Ea Tessier, Antoine Barassa, Alex Fleck, Zach Reichen, and Emily Naftel. For the Boston Forge, Aaron McCready, Fighter, Richardson, Mayer, and Smiley. Oh, sorry, Andrews, not to move. Well, we're starting in what will be certainly Ottawa's last game of the season here at home. Will Richardson now takes it. Over to Eli Fighter. Jordan Smiley. Down to Athena Mayer, bobbles it, but manages to get control. Ea Tessier is going to take her down. Over to Jordan Smiley, who gets beat out. And Antoine Barras is able to clean up the play and give it to Alex Naftel. So a successful defense to start the game for the Black Bears to see if they can turn that momentum into something. They're going into control. Andrews and McCready with control for the Boston Forge. Antoine Barassa carrying it down with Zach Reichen. Behind. Takes the handoff. Sends it down to Tessier. Can't quite control it, but still has ball. Loses it to Olazaba. Olazaba's coming down. Mayer now with McCready. And now DeMuth coming in with McCready. They have control. Mayer now coming in to the keeper line. Down to Olazaba. Back to Mayer. Mayer surveys, sees it, gets rejected by Antoine Barassa. Has to come back out high. Over to Jordan Smiley. Back to Mayer. Down to Olazaba. Sees something, is challenged by Fleck, and the goal comes in from Eli Fighter after the nice pass from a wrap by Carson Olazaba. Now Naftel. Coming around, Eli Fighter, who is beat by M. Naftel. The shot is just wide, or possibly blocked by Carson Olazaba. Hard to tell from this angle. Olazaba is going to come up now with McCready and DeMuth. Gives it over to Mayer. Watched by Naftel. Has Smiley up top and sends it to Smiley. Gwen Naftel is beat out in front by DeMuth as Olazaba doesn't quite put it through. The shot ends up knocking over the hoop. It doesn't go through before the hoop falls down. That is a lucky break for the Ottawa Black Bears, who are still only down 1-0. Alex Naftel now, as Adam Bleakley comes into the play on his left. Beat by Aaron McCready in the middle of the run. And Olazaba is going to come down, going to roll right through Bleakley. And is going to score up top, making this now a 2-0 game. Naftel again with Bleakley. Gives it over to Adam Bleakley, who has Sean Barros and Emily Naftel with him. Max Gaylor now coming into the play, along with Miranda Naftel and Gwen Naftel. Bleakley directing play, gives a thumbs up down to Miranda Naftel. Whatever she's doing is what he was planning. Sends it up to Geiler. Geiler's got a little bit of space now. Barros has managed to clear a lot of space, but Bleakley is now out. Glenn Naftel now attempts the shot, misses under pressure from the Boston defense. It's a good, patient Boston defense to turn that Ottawa attack away. And it is now Olazaba coming down. Once again with McCready and Demuth. Watched by Geiler. Up to Smiley. Smiley turned over. Good interception by Max Geiler. But Olazaba is in the way. Eli Fighter is going to try and get in his way, but that's not going to work. And Max Geiler, through the two largest defenders on, is able to just barge his way through, and that is what Max Geiler can do if you give him space speed. Score now 2-1. Jordan Smiley coming up. Barros threatens the shot. Back to Smiley. Now over to Mayer, beat by Meg Howden. Gets it to Olazaba, who's now wrapped by Antoine Barassa. Throws off the wrap, but misses the pass, and that's going to go too far for Eli Fighter. And that is another successful defense for the Ottawa Black Bears. This game is still only 2-1. Black Bears did relinquish control on that defense, but I think they'll take that. As Meg Howden is now coming up with control, with a dodgeball. And Max Gaylor now. Gaylor sends it to Miranda Naftel. Sees Barassa, but Barassa is covered by Kieran Collier. Makes a good beat, and now Skura's going to come up pitch. Skura coming up with Collier. He's got Muramoto on his right. Muramoto, sorry. Oh, tries to see the pass, but doesn't get there. But Dano's now got it. Gets over to Muramoto, who has enough time to recover from his bobbled pass, but he gets taken down by Antoine Barassa. Antoine Barassa, good tackle, takes the ball out of the play, and once again, that is a successful defense for the Ottawa Black Bears. Barros and Howden with Geiler. Bleakley back in the play now. Geiler forced to move as the beater play has opened up space in front of him. It's down to Alex Fleck down low, who's completely wrapped up by Ian Skura. Beat out by Leanne Dillman, and now Skura is going to have space to run. Watched by Bleakley and Sean Barros. Barros and Howden for the Black Bears have dodgeball control. Dana. Skura over to Muramoto now. Back to Skura. Beat missed by Sean Barros, and that's a goal from Ian Skura. Just floats it through the top of. We've seen him do that a million times. And the score is finally converting on an offense. That is now 3-1 for the Boston Forge. Howden and Revoche now coming up for the Black Bears. This is a pair that they've used extensively throughout the season. Fleck carrying now. Has Tessier on her right, Bleakley on her left, but is wrapped up by Muramoto. Stolen by Muramoto, and he's just going to run and go. He's going to fake a couple passes behind him, but he's got nobody in front. And that's going to be an easy score for him. As Sammy Patel is now going to take it up. Gives it over to Aya Tessier, protected by Alex Revoche. No longer having control. Controls now with Collier and Dillman for the Forge, but a good block by Revoche is going to give control very briefly. Oh my God, and a great catch by Alex Revoche. The play is lost, the quad ball is lost by the Black Bears offense, but the Black Bears beaters making a couple great plays to briefly have control over the course of that. It's not going to help them in the long run. Tessier blocks a shot as Adam Bleakley is now going to pull down.
Get on the Boston man!
Somehow the quad ball is still in the hands of the Boston Forge, but it looks like a call is about to be made. There's beater chaos happening in the middle of the pitch right there. Tremendous stuff from Dillman, Collier, Nakanishi, and Radosh right there. Energy's pretty high on this Boston team right now. All smiles. I mean, why shouldn't they be? They've been doing a tremendous job this series, in total control. Refs still discussing the play. It's a long discussion. If a call is made here, waffle turnover for a kick after beat, so it will be Ottawa's ball. There will be no card on the play, but the quad ball is now in the hands of Sam Patel, keeper for the Ottawa Black Bears. It's going to be under a lot of pressure early. Dillman and Collier are right there, both with possession of a dodgeball. This is going to be a hard situation for him to get himself out of. And he's going to be, that beat's going to miss. He's going to panic, go for the shot anyway. That shot's going to miss, but it does at least get them out of harm's way for the time being. That was an unlucky miss for Leanne Dillman, that is luckily for her not punished. Skura comes up now.
Get him ready! Get him ready!
Over to Delk. Now back to Steinberg. Steinberg sees the top hoop, scores. There is not a single defender on that top hoop. That's going to be an easy goal. He's going to take that every day.
Got no support.
The pass is made over to Tessier under pressure, but Tessier has absolutely no teammates with her. And that's just that's an uncoordinated, unforced error by the Black Bears. The team was changing. Play was made under pressure. And it was a good job forcing the turnover for the Boston Forge. Play's now coming back. It's Dylan. Dylan down to Steinberg. Steinberg being hassled by Fleck. Fleck still on Steinberg. Ravoche now makes the beat on Steinberg. Over to Magner, who goes through Tessier, and that is going to be a goal for Sam Magner. Sam Patel now running up it. He's going to go right into two beaters. Gets wrapped up by Dylan and gets beat, and that's not going to go anywhere. We have now hit the 10-minute mark in Game 3. The score is 6-1 for the Boston Forge over the Ottawa Black Bears. Shu now in at beater. Beats out M. Naftel. Coming in with Andrews. Ball goes down to Anna Nikolaya behind the hoops. Beat is missed by Alex Ravoche. And that's going to give enough time for Andrew Steinberg to beat the tackle of Sam Patel. Patel is immediately going to get attacked. Oh, and this is just a clinic in a forward press by the Boston Forge. As once again, Barras is beat out by Shu. And Steinberg is going to be able to take away the ball from the turnover, score again. The score now 8-1 as they are just pressing the lights out of the Ottawa Black Bears, and that is a much needed timeout if they're going to want to be able to do anything against this press. They need to change how they've been playing. Ottawa's got to be coming up with some other look than what they've been doing to try to get out of their zone right now. Because currently Boston is able to just press them right back to their own keeper line. And the instant they even think about having quad ball possession, it's turned over and it's right in their own. It's right back to their own hoops. Credit to Boston, that press is working exceptionally well right now.
She didn't touch it, and he went his went where the other one was, and picked up hers and went
Ooh. Okay. Andrew Steinberg is going to start this play right up against the Ottawa keeper zone, waiting to pressure Patel off of the ball.
Woo! Let's go, Blackbears!
Oh, but it's not Patel. They've made the switch. They've been able to make a change during the timeout stoppage. So instead of Patel, it will now be Alex Naftel on ball with Gwen Naftel and Antoine Barassa, Zach Reichen, and Emily Naftel, along with Miranda Naftel. It is a full 4 Naftel sweep right now on the pitch for the Ottawa Black Bears. But all of the balls are directly in front of Boston beater Andrews. All of the dodgeballs are sitting right in the middle of the pitch. Oh, penalty being called.
Neck contact, Boston 55, yellow.
Okay, a yellow card is being awarded to Boston's Anna Nikolaya for illegal neck contact.
11 minutes.
At 11 minutes is the time right now? Yeah, the time right now is 11 minutes.
80 to Boston, 10 to Ottawa.
Yeah, 80 to 10, the score. And Boston will have a power play here, although they are being pressured and have no dodgeballs.
Ottawa has a power play.
Oh, did I say Boston?
Yes.
Sorry, Ottawa has the power play. Thank you. Oh, the beat is missed on Barassa. Yeah, all the dodgeballs are still in the middle of the pitch. And I don't know, I think that goal might have gone in while Barassa was being tackled. It's possible the steal came through the hoop.
Good goal! Good
If
goal!
this goal is good,
We don't get these often. Give it to us.
goal is no good. Strip must have happened on the other side of the hoops.
Can I disagree?
And Barassa is forced to return home. Dylan now. Over to Steinberg. Dodges the beat though. Unfortunately, the shot afterward by Dylan misses, but that's a gorgeous dodge. Now over to Magner. Magner being watched by Gwen Naftel, now Alex Naftel. Barassa and Naftel defending as Magner carries down the left-hand side. Shu keeping space open up top as it goes back to Dylan. Dylan sends it over to Steinberg. Barassa was beat by Shu, had no time to come back. And that's an easy goal for Steinberg. 9-1. Naftel to Barassa. Barassa with Reichen and Emily Naftel. Barassa still down. Comes to the back of the hoop. Sends it high but misses the pass. And the beater battle forced by Shu allows for a clean goal for Boston. Score now 10-1. Ooh. Naftel now. Miranda Naftel catches it clean. but is beat out by Lulu Shu. That's a good deep play, but Boston's able to read it quite well. Now Dylan. To Nikolaya, or possibly an attempted shot. Either way, Nikolaya has it now. Over to Steinberg. Challenged by Miranda Naftel. Steinberg goes through the entire Ottawa defense. Beaters are nowhere to be seen, and that's another goal, 11-1. Alex Naftel for Ottawa, with Zach Reichen and Emily Naftel. Adam Blickley on his left. Aya Tessier now in at Kaser on his right. Miranda Naftel also to his right. Being watched by Steinberg. Tries a shot. Gets blocked by Nikolaya. Bleakley tries to challenge Nikolaya for the ball, but is beat out by Andrews. Steinberg and Andrews both subbing out. Mayer now in, along with Richardson, DeMuth, Olazaba, and now McCready in as well with control. Mayer carrying it across the halfway line. He's joined by Jordan Smiley. Watched by Naftel. Mayer through over to Olazaba, goes right through Miranda Naftel, and that's going to be 12-1 now. Naftel again, coming back over the line with Tessier and Bleakley. Fleck now in for Miranda.
Get him, Flecky!
Reichen about to make makes a beat attempt. Sends it back to space for Tessier. Tessier gets stuffed by Will Richardson. And Olazaba finishes up the tackle. That's great defense from the Boston Chasers. Tessier had a lot of space and just got absolutely beat. Now Smiley over, and that's a great shot, great goal. Jordan Smiley to make it 13-1 for the Boston Forge. Ottawa looked like they had. We have hit the 15-minute mark in this game. 5 minutes left before the 20-minute stoppage. Reichen and Howden now at beater. Fleck and Tessier coming up along with Barassa, supporting Alex Naftel. Here comes Fleck now on the left-hand side. Watched by Smiley and McCready, but has lots of space.
Yeah, swing it back, Fleck, swing it back.
McCready makes a beat on Howden as Fleck passes it back up to Naftel. Naftel's forced up high, but has the safety behind Zach Reichen. Has time and space. But Reichen's now beat out.
Put it in!
McCready manages to beat out Naftel as he receives the pass from Barassa. Howden can't quite make the beat land on Olazaba as he receives the pass from Jordan Smiley. That's going to make it 14-1. Naftel again. Barrows now in with Howden at beater. Still only one dodgeball for the Black Bears. Miranda Naftel back in. Barassa back to Naftel. Barrows is beat out. Naftel attempts the shot on the small hoop. Kick pass over to Barassa. Barassa dodges everything. Loses his what? I'm not sure what's happening now. Oh, the shot misses. The other shot misses. And that is just a mountain of chaos happening in the middle of the pitch right there. As it looked like Barassa's broom came out midway through a tackle. Attempted to pass it off anyway, and I think that's what's going to be the call here. There's a nice kick pass from Miranda Naftel to Anton Barassa. The first block and the first dodge, fantastic. It looked like in the process of being tackled, he either lost his broom or had his broom taken from him. It'll be interesting to see what the refs determine the call is here. One would think there should be a call on a play like that. I think they're probably just trying to determine whether or not the fault was in the tackling player removing the broom from Barassa, or whether or not Barassa fell off and then attempted to make a play. There could be multiple cards on this play. We're going to see what the HR says here. It looks like it's going to be a yellow card. Yes. There's a yellow card to Antoine Barassa for playing without a broom. He doesn't seem particularly happy about it. Yeah, his continuing play without a broom, which is reasonable. That's the penalty. Yeah, got the penalty. He doesn't seem particularly happy about the call. But the refs are in agreement. Olazaba comes down now, and he's going to end that penalty right away. That'll take Barassa right back in as Olazaba is able to rush down, get the goal. It's 15-1 now. Alex Nafta with Aya Tessier and Adam Bleakley. Meg Howden with him. And Sean Barrows, they have control of dodgeballs here. Let's see if they can do something with it. Demuth is trying to make something happen between the two of them. Howden beat out. And Tessier forced into a quick pass by Demuth taking control. Olazaba forced into a quick shot, but it goes through. That's going to make it 16-2. It looks like 2 on the scoreboard. I don't remember when Ottawa got that second goal. Naftel now. With Gwen Naftel and Adam Bleakley. Howden and Barrows in at beater. McCready and Demuth in with control at beater for the Forge. Fighter is now currently tracking Naftel. Naftel dodges the beat by Demuth. Sees Gwen Naftel, misses the shot though. Sends it out to Adam Bleakley. He just can't get a handle on it. Fighter is going to clean up that. The play is dead. Timeout is called for the Boston Forge. Get the audio back on. Yep. Okay. Boston's timeout is finished. What did she say? 18:15 is the time when there's a minute 45 left in the game. Collier and Dillman now out with control, protecting, that looks like Dano.
Watch behind the
Over to
hoop,
Delk.
Joey.
Back to Dano.
Danger behind the hoop.
Skura.
There it is.
Now to Delk. Back to Dano. This is good movement up top.
There it is. There it is.
The beat is made on Skura and the block made by Geiler. That's a good combination play by Revosh and Geiler to make that stop in the play. But now there are no dodgeballs on the ground, and it's going to be control turned over to Revosh and Howden from Dillman and Collier as Barassa takes the pass from Geiler down low and is beat out by Dillman. Just a little too much time for Dillman to try to make that play. She manages to clean up that defense. Boston now walking into a 2 dodgeball defense from Revosh and Howden, both playing very low.
Danger behind the
Delk
hoop.
on the side. Now up to Skura. Skura looking for a shot, sees Fighter though. Back to Skura. Skura sees it, takes the shot, easy shot. You can't leave that open to Ian Skura. He's going to punish that every time. And dodgeball control is going to be turned over to the Forge in the course of that play. So now there's going to be Collier and Dillman back with 2 dodgeballs. Howden and Revosh coming up with Geiler. Collier loses that beater battle with Revosh, but manages to hold on to control. Fleck drops the pass from Geiler, and it's going to be Skura picking it up to end the quad ball period of this game. 17-1 the score for the Boston Forge over the Ottawa Black Bears. All right, we are into the flag period of Game 3 between Boston and Ottawa. Score is 170-10. Forge over the Black Bears. Set score will be 230. It would take a monumental collapse by Boston for Ottawa to even come close to winning this game, but it's not over yet. This will be Ottawa's last period of play for the 2024 season. And that is our head referee letting us know the score of the game, the situation. As our flag runner Baradot, Daniel Baradot, getting ready for Same Patel now and at Seeker and at Ojo. Trying this game. Skurak now coming in. Against Geiler, scores right through Max Geiler, making it look easy. Collier and Dillman back with control. Nice. Lek Nakanishi makes a play on the flag runner. Patel attacking the flag runner now as Bleakley tries to catch the ball, but it's intercepted by Ian Skura. Skura now Over to Fighter. Fighter sends it right through the hoop. That's a gorgeous pass. Gorgeous goal. And it's Ad Ojo again. And if this is good, that is 2 good catches for Ad Ojo today. That is a pretty fantastic performance from the Boston Forge Seekers and from Ad Ojo in particular, as the score of this game is now, or should be, 225-10. Quad ball is in the hands of Max Schuyler, though. Boston just needs 1 goal to end Ottawa's season. Schuyler now, coming down the side.
Do it, Flecky!
With Fleck. Fleck tries to set a pick, but the pass is made down to Bleakley. Bleakley over to Tessier. Bounce pass. Back to Bleakley, but the pass just goes too high for Bleakley. But Schuyler. But the throw. The throw by Tessier was made after she was beat, so the turnover is going to be made to the Boston Forge. Schuyler manages to block the first pass, but it's beat out before he can block the second one. Fighter's now going to come up. Riken and Nakanishi now. I don't think a beater pair we see very often. They have control. Fighter down the right-hand side. Nakanishi dodges the beat. Dano is beat out. It's Schuyler. Schuyler being bothered by Fighter. And I'm not sure what's happening, but Fighter is down. We're going to wait to see what the call is on the play here. A couple beats came in, and the play was called dead right after the tackle. It's looking like the call is that Schuyler was beat, so that must have been a long beat by either Shue or Williams to stop that play. It's going to be Dano with the quad ball. Riken in way deep for Ottawa with the ball. Control with nobody right now. Oh, and McCready gets beat out before she can get dodgeball control back, but it might not matter. Here comes Steinberg. Steinberg stopped, but and Ojo misses. Dano now, but Schuyler is going to stop it. He's going to get beat out by Andrews, so that's going to be a continued possession. Tessier is going to hassle Delt. Nakanishi tries to come in, stop it, but that's going to be Ad Ojo stopping the game, getting all 4 final points for Boston to end this game 235-10 and end Ottawa's season on a loss. That's Boston sweeping their series against the Ottawa Black Bears, 3-0, getting themselves ready to go into championships in a couple weeks.